What's up, guys? My name is Sinister Sly. What I'm bringing you today is the part 2 of my great comeback games that I've been having lately. Usually they don't happen too often for me, but for some reason, I think like just this past week I had like 3 or 4 in a row. And they were really clutch games. Now, if you notice, if you pay attention to the thumbnails, usually I make the thumbnail the champion that I played in this game, but you'll notice this game, it was the Mordekaiser. And really, that's because it was his game. Like, he is the #1 reason why we won. He really brought it back for us. Now, I helped him out a lot because me and him focused a lot together, but he was the real reason. Like, he was doing all the damage and all that good stuff. So he'll be the reason why he's the Mordekaiser. And if you're watching this, sorry, I don't know your summoner name. If you're watching this, Mordekaiser, good job, man. You really won it for us. So what I want to get into is just like the reasons why we were losing this game, and then the reason why we brought it back. For some reason the Graves had some hate on. I don't know, but I don't know why I stayed here. I thought I could help the team for some reason. But anyways, the Graves for some reason really hated on our Mordekaiser, and they started arguing. Usually when there's arguing in a team is when everything starts to fall apart. As you see here, sorry, I'm just going to get off topic real quick. I talked to the enemy team about why they changed stuff, because originally the Shen was the jungler and the Jarvan was the top, and they switched, and it like messed, like it kind of fucked with us a bit off the start, because like these really strong fast ganks were coming in, whereas if Shen comes in, you just gotta like dodge a taunt. But Jarvan went jungle, and then they like duo top for like a few minutes in the game, and it really confused us. So I talked to him, and I wanted to know why. And he seemed like a good sport, and he was. And he generally, like on their team, he was a really good player. Really, like at one point I said like, "Well, good job, man, you won the game." And he's like, "Well, it's a team game. My team really worked well with me. I did well, but I wouldn't have won it if it wasn't for them." So he was a generally pretty great player, and I actually like talking with him about some of the things that, like the decisions he made and such. But back to what was going on. For some reason, the Graves was really mad at the Mordekaiser. I don't know why. Like the Mordekaiser, when he left lane, he was like 3-3, and he was having a rough time because everyone was focusing him. And the Graves, for some reason, thought he was feeding at this point. And so, as you can see in the chat, like they'll be arguing a lot, and it just didn't quite work out. And like as you can see, this is the fight where it turned around. Like it's 11-27. At this point, I was done. I wasn't like done trying my hardest to win, but based off of previous team fights, I knew that we didn't have very much focus. So, and the Mordekaiser, like the Mordekaiser is a good player. Like he knew how to invade properly. We did an invade, and it went well. We didn't actually follow the invade because we caught someone in their jungle or killed them, and then we're like, okay, well, we're not going to do it now because they know we're coming. So we lost that element of surprise. And he's like, well, if we just focus, we can win. And I know that feeling. Like, I've won games that way where my team doesn't have focus, and I'm like, guys, just focus who I focus, and we'll win the game. And that's exactly what he did. And I was already beginning with trying to focus as much as I could, but our teams didn't have the coordination for me to focus properly, and I, like, lost faith in team fights, so I'd, like, run or something like that. So when he said to focus, I was like, sure, whatever, I'll help out. I'm still game to try to win this one, and you know what? It worked out great. Some little bit of irony in this game. As you saw, the Pantheon tried to ultimate out to get away from that fight. A little bit of irony. I'll let you guys catch on to it in a little bit. But as you can see, like me and the Mordekaiser, we go right for the Varus. Like we go straight for that Varus, and this is a 5v4 fight. Like we should have lost this, but because me and Mordekaiser stuck together, like glue, and we focused the people that we did, we definitely won the fight, and it turned around the game, and like we won. I think even when we won, they were still 10 points ahead of us. So it just goes to show a game isn't necessarily over until you see the victory to defeat sign. I said that in one of my first clips, just because I've seen it so many times where people give up. Like at this point I'd given up, but it was for good reason. Like generally after a while you get a feeling of when a game is over and when it's not. And when you see a team who just fight after fight after fight, just don't understand how to focus, it's like, okay, well, this is over. But me and the Mordekaiser pulled it back, and we won it. Obviously, he did much better than I did. I don't think I got to kill this game, but I had like assists out the ass. So I was definitely there in fights, and I definitely had a lot of presence, and I was doing a decent amount of damage, as you guys can see. Like I wasn't like lacking by any means. So it just turned out to be a really great game, and it was really great for the Mordekaiser, because he, like, after the game, the Graves kind of like stopped being a dick, kind of, and so did the Mordekaiser, and he's just like, well, I didn't play as well because I kept on getting focused, like in team fights, and Mordekaiser was like, well, yeah, why are you giving me shit for dying when the entire team jumps on me then? Like, that makes no sense. Like, you shouldn't be an ass when you're getting mad at me for something that's happening to you as well. So, like, and it makes sense. Like, for some reason when people see someone dying, they automatically assume they're feeding or something. Like, if, say they die in their mid and, like, they get dove by, like, 3 people, they automatically assume they're feeding if they're not paying attention on the map. And that's just something we gotta break. So, that's it for today. I might not be it for today. I might have another clip up in a little bit. But that's it for now. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And also, be sure to stay sly. Have a good one, guys.